Hey, whoa, it's Carsian. And this is a short video I wanted to do just documenting the process behind the latest music video that we're working on, Voyage. It's a bit of a speed paint, a bit of an animation process video. I just wanted to show you like what I do, how I do it, and some of the little techniques that I do here. This isn't scripted, I'm just going off of the time-lapse that you're seeing right now. So as you can tell, sometimes I take notes as I'm animating. Here I intentionally took visible notes where I wrote on the screen so that it would appear on the time-lapse while I'm recording with OBS. But these notes are really helpful for ironing out what exactly is wrong with the piece. Sometimes you can be looking at a piece and you're going like, what's wrong with this? Why doesn't it appeal to me as much as I'd want it to? And taking notes like and I just wrote there. It's a fun way to be able to remind yourself like, oh right, yeah, I could try this, I could try that. There's so many different things you could try to do. I did it twice. And here right now, I'm just doing inking. Most of the cleanup animation was already done. I drew the sketch pretty cleanly earlier on. But for this one, I was just rotating the canvas using my elbow to be able to get these really clean lines, especially around the shirt. And here, I started animating the lip syncing based on the dialogue that I wrote for Viance, who's the voice actress for Audrey here. But unfortunately, as you're going to see in a little moment, I realized that I had completely forgotten to do cleanup and inking on the hair. I'll realize it eventually. There you go. So I had to backtrack, I had to do this all over again. But here we are back at the lip syncing, using the timeline feature in Krita. Now normally, I've evolved past the point of using the rotate tool like for the primary basis of the motion and animation. Let's be honest, I was really lazy and I had class at the time, as you can see. But personally, for really small movements, using the transform tool is alright. I mean, we're not animating in Flash, we're doing this frame by frame. But I think it's a good tool in enabling you to save time. As against, painting the entire head again just for this tiny movement. I believe that using the rotate tool, the transform tool, is alright in this context. As you can see here, I'm not just animating lip flaps, I'm actually going in and redrawing the jaw, because the times where I do have subtle movement like this that doesn't involve entire body parts like the head, I want to keep that organic look to it. I want to keep the charming how do you call this? I wanted to keep the charming look of hand-drawn things. So when it comes to the jaw, when it comes to the eyes, I'm okay with redrawing all of those because I want to capture that nuance. And personally, I really dislike the look of lip flaps that don't also have jaw movements. I know that happens in anime all the time, but whenever jaw movements are introduced and whenever the lips actually change shape based on the word that's being spoken, I like the look a lot better than just standard lip flaps. And here we have the finished animation, finished line art. At least for the base.
Nakaayos na lahat.
Wonderful. And here we move on to the painting of the background. Unfortunately, I completely forgot to record the rest of it, so it's only a small snippet. So you'll see the first half of the painting and then we'll move on to the finished one. Recently, I've been experimenting with both lineless and inked backgrounds. I think there's a bit of some of them have advantages, some of them don't, and finding the balance between the two techniques is something essential to capturing the look that you want. For me, the look that I wanted for the music video kind of had a combination of both. One of the watercolor painters that I really adore is Karl Kopinski, who often inks his backgrounds after painting them, which is a technique that I didn't use here, but I used in another backdrop that you'll see fairly soon. Always keep your layers organized. That saves me a lot of pain later on when I can't figure out where something is painted. For a backdrop like this, I typically would go back into it and remove the ocean layer to be replaced with a blender ocean, which is simulated in 3D. Not simulated, it's fake, it's in Eevee. But you know what? I'm lazy. Animators are lazy. We wanted to save time with this. So instead, I just kind of blurred the ocean background in a bit. It's a still, no one's gonna notice it when the whole music video is just going by. And I think it's a good enough trade-off. And here's the finished scene.
Nakaayos na lahat.
Thanks for stopping by. I just wanted to document my process. Voyage has been really, really, really fun to work on. And I'm really excited, so bye. See you.